What's going on, guys? Mickle here, and in this video I want to bring you a Ripple and XRP update. There's been some extremely interesting stuff going around Twitter right now. I think it tells a lot of what's going on in the Ripple SEC case right now and how massive XRP and Ripple are going to be in building a new future financial system. If you guys are new to this channel or come here all the time, make sure you like this video down below and subscribe to my channel. It's going to help me out so much in the YouTube algorithm and help more people like you see this video. Anyway, guys, let's jump right into it, and I hope you enjoy the content. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to try to keep this one quick for you. I got some football to watch later today, so let's jump right into it. The first article I want to show you is pretty massive, and we're really starting to see a lot of major players in the current financial industry starting to realize what is happening with Ripple and XRP. These financial institutions are typically extremely conservative, so to see them starting to cover how impactful Ripple and XRP is going to be in a new financial system is absolutely massive. We see right here in a new Morgan Stanley report 2021, they directly call out Ripple. And in this article right here, they're essentially saying that Ripple is a new company that's looking to disrupt Swift and leverage distributed ledgers, as an example, Ripple. This is massive because Ripple and XRP have the technology to do things that none of these other traditional companies can do. But what Ripple and XRP are doing is, rather than disrupting these massive companies and trying to put them out of business, they're trying to hand over the technology they have built to them to become a new infrastructure or a new plumbing to make those large corporations who aren't able to innovate like Ripple able to move into a new financial age where value will flow just like information flows today on the internet. The next article I want to cover again because I think it's just important to look at these back to back and see how the tides are turning and how we can see all these different financial institutions switching over and becoming bullish on Ripple and, even importantly, also XRP. We can see in this JP Morgan article, JP Morgan directly says, and this was released in 2021, just a couple days ago, XRP is poised for significant adoption. XRP can be used to facilitate transactions of many kinds, including fiat currency exchanges, commodity trading, and even cryptocurrency trading. This is pretty important right here, and I think it's pretty cool because when they say commodity trading and even cryptocurrency trading, it seems like they're directly calling out the XRP ledger DEX. I think this is pretty cool because it shows it's not just them copying some random article and just throwing it in there with very little insight. To understand how the XRP DEX works, it takes a decent amount of research, and it kind of shows the depth they went into in this article. I read through this entire article, and it actually is very impressive how deep they go into XRP, and I actually have something pretty crazy to show you guys after this on why I think this article came out right now. It says right here, the low transaction fees, rapid transfer times, and array of use cases for XRP have made it a favorite for banks. This is huge. RippleNet, a network of banks, have partnered with Ripple to facilitate rapid transfer of funds, has reduced, even eliminated bank traditional need for pre-funded accounts in cross-border transactions. Currently, Ripple Network includes over 100 financial institutions, including Bank of America, American Express, Santander, to name a few, and those are massive ones. Guys, JP Morgan does over $1 trillion in payments every year. They are directly telling us right here that if Ripple and XRP can get over the SEC lawsuit problem, then they are poised for significant adoption. JP Morgan knows that Ripple and XRP are not trying to replace people like JP Morgan. They are trying to bring banks like JP Morgan into a new age of technology and build a new plumbing to help the financial system develop into the age of the internet. This is absolutely critical, and it's insane that they are directly saying how XRP is becoming a favorite for banks to adopt. This is exactly what we've been waiting for, and we know that likely the last straw to fall is the regulation we've all been waiting for. if we take a look at this, and this is really something I wanted to show you because I thought this was crazy, we can see that just the other month, Gary Gensler on his public calendar that he released was a meeting with JP Morgan Chase, Jamie Dimon, and many other high executives at JP Morgan. Well, do you guys think that this article from JP Morgan came out directly after, just as a coincidence, or do you think JP Morgan probably got some inside information on how the lawsuit was going? JP Morgan knows the power of what XRP and Ripple are, but they understand that without clarity in the market, then no financial institution can touch it because how conservative they have to be. I think it's extremely interesting that right before an article of this magnitude comes out, we see all the top officials at JP Morgan meetings with someone who is currently in a one-on-one battle with the company the article was about. I don't think it is any coincidence that these people from JP Morgan were meeting with Gary Gensler, and I think it is highly probable that Ripple and XRP were at least talked about for a significant amount of time at this meeting. The next thing I want to show you guys is just another snippet of this article that after I show you this last information about this meeting, I think this statement might blow your mind. The SEC lawsuit and trading resumes on major cryptocurrency exchanges like Coinbase. XRP is poised for significant adoption. They don't say and if trading resumes, they say and trading resumes on major cryptocurrency exchanges like Coinbase. Well, what do you think they talked about with Gary Gensler at this meeting? Do you think they might know that XRP will be relisted? And maybe a reason why they might think that is because the SEC is directly changing their language they're using when they talk about this lawsuit. I pointed out this article the other day, and I think it is absolutely huge. The SEC put out a statement essentially giving a review of what's going on right now. In these, they essentially point out 3 cases they're in. The first case, they say that the company is charged for unregistered or fraudulent offering of digital asset securities. Next one, defrauded more than 1,000 investors in unregistered offering of digital asset securities. Next one, Ripple Labs and two of its executives alleging in a $1.3 billion unregistered offering. Why doesn't it say unregistered offering of digital asset securities? Because they know and we know that XRP is not a security of Ripple. It makes 0 sense. What they are forming this lawsuit into is a lawsuit against Ripple for selling the XRP, and that will be deemed a security contract in which the XRP was sold. But that does not mean XRP is a security, and actually, quite frankly, the exact opposite. The SEC is very obviously understanding that XRP in no way could be a security of Ripple, and that it is something entirely different because XRP's value does not depend on Ripple, and we likely know that JP Morgan knows this is the case as well, and that's why they say trading resumes on major cryptocurrency exchanges and not if. They understand this lawsuit really doesn't have to do with XRP being a security because it's obvious it's not of Ripple. What this lawsuit was used to do is create a legal precedent so it is obvious in law that XRP is not a security, but the sales of it by Ripple were. Why this was needed was because in order to create law in the United States, there needed to be case precedent. This was all a setup to define the future laws of crypto through a high-profile legal case, and the best way to do it was through Ripple. If the SEC was really just focused on making these assets a security, why would they pick the legal team and a company that had billions of dollars to spend on lawyers and would put up the hardest fight they possibly could? This lawsuit was never about killing Ripple, destroying XRP. It was about creating clarity in a market that desperately needed it. The last couple things I want to show you is this tweet I put out. I said this Ripple versus SEC lawsuit was all a ploy to legally define the status of XRP. Ripple will pay a fine to the SEC for XRP being given this clarity. That's all that's happening. And when I say Ripple will pay a fine to the SEC for XRP being given this clarity, I really call out that the fine will be based on Ripple selling XRP to different market participants, and that will be deemed a securities offering. But that does not mean the asset will be deemed a security, and that this is really the most bullish possible scenario we could come out with, and it would be amazing for XRP and Ripple if this was the case. The other thing I want to point out is this guy Tim B. He said, definitely think that this will basically be the end result when it's all said and done, but not sure it was done on purpose, though, because there are definitely some blank people in their pants over at Ether due to the internet XRP. So he's just saying because he thinks that this lawsuit was more of corruption based and they were trying to kill XRP. And I just said, I agree. It was either one, a plan to give XRP clarity, two, one of the most ill-advised lawsuits of all time. I have a hard time believing the SEC was this dumb. They may be corrupt, but their legal advisors had to know this was a lost cause. Either way, clarity is coming. I've said this before in some of my videos. The best way the SEC could have hurt Ripple was to continue to provide no clarity. By bringing up this lawsuit, they provided Ripple and XRP an out, a road to clarity. Yes, they had to fight their butt off. Yes, they're going to have to pay the legal fees for the SEC. Yes, they're going to have to go through all this drama. But at the end of the day, the SEC brought XRP a door to obtain clarity, and that's exactly what happened. This was either one of the dumbest lawsuits of all time, where everything completely backfired on the SEC, which could be the case. I cannot know exactly what happened, but even though there's a lot of corrupt officials there, there's a lot of even smarter legal advisors who likely knew this was going to play out exactly like we're watching it. I have a feeling this was all a show, and if you guys really want to know my in-depth thoughts on it, go to my Twitter, link in the bio, and read my pinned tweet. I've read this a couple times on the channel. I don't want to get into it right now, but I think it will blow your mind and really summarize everything I've been talking about in these videos. It's dated October 23rd, so I've talked about this a while, but I think all the evidence coming out right now is just further supporting the things I said. Guys, thank you so much for coming. If you guys are new to this channel, make sure you like it down below and subscribe. It's going to help me out so much and really means a lot to me. So thank you so much for being the loyal ones, and for now, Mickle out.